Maybe I hang around here a little more than I should. We both know I got somewhere else to go. But I got something to tell you that I never thought I would. But I believe you really ought to know. I love you. I honestly love you. You don't have to answer, I see it in your eyes. Maybe it was better left unsaid. But this is pure and simple, and you must realize it's coming from my heart and not my head. I love you. I honestly love you. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm not trying to make you anything at all. But this feeling doesn't come along every day, and you shouldn't blow the chance when you get the chance to say, I love you. I love you. I honestly love you. If we both were born in another place and time, this moment might be ending in a kiss. But there you are with yours, and here I am with mine. So I guess we'll just be leaving it at this. I love you. I honestly love you. I honestly love you. I love you. You packed in the morning, I stared out the window and I struggled for something to say. You left in the rain without closing the door. I didn't stand in your way. Now I miss you more than I missed you before, and now where I'll find comfort, God knows. You left me just when I needed you most. You left me just when I needed you most. Now most every morning I stare out the window and I think about where you might be. I've written you letters that I'd like to send, if you would just send one to me. 'Cause I need you more than I needed before, and now where I'll find comfort, God knows. You left me just when I needed you struggle for something to say. You're left in the rain without closing the door. I didn't stand in your way. Now I love you more than I loved you before, and now where I'll find comfort, God knows. You left me just when I needed you most. You left me just when I needed you most. You left me just when I needed you most. You know, I've always believed that when you feel something, especially something good for someone, you shouldn't keep it from them. You should let them know. But I also believe that if you think it's love, there's really no need to bring it up if you know there's no chance for it to grow. But it seems like I'm always coming up with contradictions. Because now I find that what I believe and what I feel are two very different things. And those feelings that I've kept all to myself want to come out now, even though they've changed. So you see, I guess I was right in one way that I never told you this. And I don't really know why I'm telling you now, but I just kind of like you to know that there could have been a you and me. I might have changed my life for you, and you might have changed for me. If there were not so many ifs and buts, and if you had wanted it to be. But because of the way I am and the way you are, we never took the chance, did we? Call it respect because we're not free. Call it fear of rejection because of our pride. Or call it just plain old common sense, that it would just be too risky and too sticky a situation because we wouldn't know exactly where we were going and we'd be afraid to take the ride. Call it whatever, but I wanted you to know that I like you very much, and you're the kind of person I could love. You're honest, sincere, compassionate, not afraid to be too gentle and not afraid to be too strong, and you've got that certain kind of something that people are always looking for and rarely find and never seem to get enough of. And somehow, it doesn't seem wrong to tell you that. No, we've never kissed and never touched each other, but our hearts have, and our souls have, and if we gave them half a chance, look out, for I'll bet they could start a fire that nobody in the whole world could put out. But that was yesterday, wasn't it? And things are so different now. So I was right not to ever tell you, because I guess I always knew it never really would have had a chance to grow. And though I'll use my better judgment again and never mail this letter, I still kind of wanted you to know.
Anybody here wanna live forever? Say I do. here wanna walk on golden streets? Say I do. Anybody here sick and tired of living like you do? Anybody here want a home with love forever? Say I do. Anybody here wanna live forever? Say I do.
You're my somebody special, and you know just because of you, sometimes I even feel like I'm somebody special too. Used to not know where to put you, where you fit into my life. You were just another question mark in a miscellaneous file. But you eased your way into my world and carved your space and time. And now you're always in my heart and on my mind. You're my somebody special. God blessed me good with you. You're the reason I keep trying when I give up like I do. You're the one that makes me happy, and you know just because of you, sometimes I even feel like I'm somebody special too. Took me long enough to realize that what I had in you was all that I was looking for to make my dreams come true. And now you're every song that I can get out of my mind. Since you taught me the melody, you can sing me anytime. You're my somebody special. God blessed me good with you. You're the reason I keep trying when I give up like I do. You're the one that makes me happy, and you know just because of you, sometimes I even feel like I'm somebody special too. So when you tell me that you're lonely and you think that I don't care, I may not know how to show you, but I promise to be there. For as long as you can love me and want me to love you, you'll be the reason for everything I do. You're my somebody special. God blessed me good with you. You're the reason I keep trying when I give up like I do. You're the one that makes me happy, and you know just because of you, sometimes I even feel like I'm somebody special too. Well, I'm finally gonna write to you that letter that I've owed you for a long, long time. I can't say much for me, but I do hope that y'all are doing fine. Well, how is Barry and Virginia? Are they still living down on the farm? You know, sometimes it gets so lonesome, Daddy, I wish I'd never left home. Well, are you working hard these days? Are you doing all the things the doctor said you ought to do? And did you sell all your tobacco? Did the crops bring in what you thought they would? Well, I might as well get to the point. Last night I tried to call you on the phone. What I'm getting at, I guess, is if I had the money, Daddy, I'd come home. 'Cause every night I hear an old southbound train whistle a-blowing. singers are as thick as fleas on a dog's back. By the way, how's old Lee? And I done changed my name so many times I don't even know who I am. And Daddy, I sure miss them pinto beans and cornbread and country ham. Well, now I know I should have listened when you said didn't have no business coming way out west. And that a girl belongs at home on the farm where she was born, raising young'uns like all the rest. Well, I know it now, that's why I'm writing and why I tried to call you on the phone. What I'm really trying to say is if you send me the money, I'll come home. 'Cause every night I hear an old southbound train whistle blowing, and Daddy, it's calling me home. You had better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. I said he's making a list, checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. And he sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake, and he knows if you've been bad or good, so be good, for goodness sake. He's got little tin horns, little toy drums, Rudy Toot Toot and Rummy Tum Tum. Santa Claus is coming to town. Yeah, and he sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake, and he knows if you've been bad or good, so be good, for goodness sake. I said you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Who's coming? I said Santa Claus is coming to town. Yeah. You had better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. I said he's making a list, checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. And he sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when. There's the coffee cup that you drank out of that morning, and there's every cigarette you smoked that night. And I'm just sitting here staring at every trace you left behind. 'Cause these things are all that's keeping me alive. Your favorite chair is turned the way you left it, and I'm so dumb I'm saving that old TV guide. I keep going from room to room, touching everything you touched. 'Cause these things are all that's keeping me alive. You wouldn't believe all the crazy things I do without you. Like tonight, I found the sugar in the stove, and I just tore up our picture into 1,000 it dry. I was confused, you cleared my mind. I sold my soul, you bought it back for me and held me up and gave me dignity. Somehow you needed me, you gave me strength to stand alone again, to face the world out on my own again. You put me high upon a pedestal, so high that I could almost see eternity. You needed me, you needed me, and I can't believe it's you, I can't believe it's true. I needed you, and you were there, and I'll never leave. Why should I leave? I'd be a fool, 'cause I finally found someone who really cares. You held my hand when it was cold, when I was lost, you took me home, you gave me hope when I was at the end, and turned my lives back into truth again. You even called me friend, you gave me strength to stand alone again, to face the world out on my own again. You put me high upon a pedestal, so high that I could almost see eternity. You needed me, you needed me, you needed me, you needed me.
It just took a little while for me to get my head together. Growing up's the hardest thing I've ever done. Here I am like a stranger in the house I grew up in, and learned right from wrong, and if I did, but the sun never shined enough on Daddy's growing older, and Mother's never died, but she did. And I remember feeling guilty 'cause I couldn't wait to leave here, though I loved him every way that I knew how. So I packed up all my yesterdays and headed for tomorrow. It's almost tomorrow now, and Daddy's little girl is home. But where's the little girl gone? She bundled up her dirty jeans and teeny bopper magazines in search of what her life was all about, with a little rag doll and Charlie Brown and an old suitcase full of hand-me-downs and the loneliness she knew so much about. And now the dreams that I trusted and all the playthings have rusted, but here I am a woman somehow, and all those growing pains of yesterday are gonna get me through tomorrow, 'cause it's almost tomorrow now, and Daddy's little girl is home. But where's the little girl gone? She bundled up her dirty jeans and teeny bopper magazines in search of what her life was all about, with a little rag doll and Charlie
she knew so much about. Oh, but I can still remember when I used to gaze out this window wondering who I was and what I would become. And it just took a little while for me to get my head together. Growing up's the hardest thing I've ever done. Oh yes, I can still remember when I used to gaze out this window wondering who I was and what I would become. And it just took a little while for me to get my head together. Growing up's the hardest thing I've ever done. Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie above thy deep and dreamless sleep. The silent stars go by, yet in my dark street shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. For Christ is born of Mary and gathered all above. While mortals sleep, the angels keep their watch of wondering love. O morning stars, together proclaim thy holy birth, and praises sing to God the King, and peace to men on earth. O holy child of Bethlehem, descend to us, we pray. Cast out our sin and enter in. Be born in us today. We hear the Christmas angels the great glad tidings tell. Oh, come to us, abide with us, our Lord Emmanuel. can't remember my first memory of you. You were always there, and now I know I never knew you well. But I was just a kid, and you were always there to pick me up every time I fell. And you always warmed a blanket to wrap around my feet when you tucked me into bed to say my prayers. And I'll bet I never thanked you among all the other things that I took for granted, 'cause you were always there. Yes, you were always there, so we never took the time for you to tell me your dreams and me to tell you mine. And we never took the time to talk of love and happiness and life and death and heartache and pain and loneliness. Why, I don't even know if you were happy or if you could have been, or if you could have one wish, what would it be? Or what would you do differently if you could live again? And were you glad that you gave life to me? And I'd give anything to tell you that I'm glad that you were born, but you'll never hear the words I learned to say. 'Cause before I got to know you, you died of loneliness. And they tell me I grew up and moved away. Yes, you were always there, so we never took the time for you to tell me your dreams and me to tell you mine. There were so many things that could have been, but now we'll never share, 'cause kids don't know much, and you were always there. No, kids don't know much, and you were always